And one of the reasons why I'm giving this speech today is because I'm recruiting. And so I want to tell you that Nvidia is a really great company. I'm a very nice boss, universally loved, as Richard Feynman would say. And the world can be unfair and deal you with tough cards. Swiftly shake it off. You've apparently been paying too much attention to your books. Swiftly shake it off. Come on, that's pretty clever. I made myself laugh. Today is a day of immense pride and joy. It is a dream come true for all of you, but not just for you, because your parents and families have made countless sacrifices to see you reach this milestone. So let's take this moment and congratulate them, thank them, and let them know you love them. You don't want to forget that because you don't know how long you're going to be living at home. As a proud parent, I really loved it when my kids didn't move out. And it was great to see them every day. But now they've moved out, it makes me sad. So hopefully you guys get to spend some time with your parents. And one of the reasons why I'm giving this speech today is because I'm recruiting. And so I want to tell you that Nvidia is a really great company. I'm a very nice boss, universally loved. I work at Nvidia. You and I share a passion for science and engineering. And although we're separated by about 40 years, we are both at the peaks of our career. It's just that in your case, you'll have many, many more peaks to go. I just hope that today is not my peak. I have to admit that I don't love giving advice, especially to other people's children. And so my advice today will largely be disguised in some stories that I've enjoyed and some life experiences that I've enjoyed. I'm the longest running tech CEO in the world today, I believe. And over the course of 31 years, I managed not to go out of business, not get bored, and not get fired. And so I have the great privilege of enjoying a lot of life's experiences, starting from creating Nvidia from nothing to what it is today. A strategic retreat was one of our best strategies. But I encouraged the graduates to engage with AI. The technology is changing very, very quickly. So I advised the students at the Taiwan University to run, don't walk, and engage the AI revolution. And yet 1 year later, it's incredible how much has changed. The computer industry is transforming from its foundations. And soon, every industry will also be transformed. We're now creating software that does things that no humans can imagine even just 10 years ago. Computers are now intention-driven rather than instruction-driven. Tell a computer what you want, and it will figure it out. It will figure out how. And like humans, the next wave of AI is robotics, where AI, in addition to a language model, also has a physical world model. We work with hundreds of companies building robots, robotic vehicles, pick-and-place arms, humanoid robots, and even entire gigantic warehouses that are robotic. But unlike our AI factory strategy and our experience there, which was really formed through reasoning and deliberate action, our robotics journey resulted from a series of setbacks. As you know, Nvidia invented the GPU. We wanted to integrate GPUs into every computer. And so we started to combine our GPUs with motherboard chips. And we launched a fabulous integrated graphics chip at the time for AMD CPUs. Our chipset business was an instant success. But then all of a sudden, AMD wanted to control all of the technology in the PC. And we wanted to stay independent, so they purchased ATI and no longer needed us. We turned to Intel. That probably wasn't a great idea, but we turned to Intel. Apple was excited about what we were building and asked us to work on a new computer with them, which became the first MacBook Air. Well, Intel saw what happened and decided they didn't want us to do that anymore. And so they terminated our agreement. Well, we pivoted again. And this time, we went and licensed ARM. And we built a low-power SoC, the world's first SoC that was essentially a computer, a full operating computer, and it was incredible. Our chip excited Google. They asked us to work on a new device, which turned out to have been the Android mobile device. Well, Qualcomm decided they didn't want us to do that. And so they didn't want us to connect to their modems, and it's hard to build a mobile device without being connected to a modem. And there were no other LTE modem companies. So we had to exit the mobile device market. Well, this happened practically on a year rhythm. And we would build something, it would be incredibly successful, generate enormous amounts of excitement, and then 1 year later, we were kicked out of those markets. Well, with no more markets to turn to, we decided to build something where we are sure there are no customers. Because one of the things you can definitely guarantee is where there are no customers, there are also no competitors. And nobody cares about you. And so we chose a market with no customers. It was robotics. This is over 10 years ago now. 10 years later, I can't be happier with what we've built and the opportunity to create the next wave of AI. More importantly, we developed agility and a culture of resilience. One setback after another, we shook it off and skated to the next opportunity. Ironically, the robotics computer that we built today doesn't even need graphics, which is why our journey started in the first place, as Richard Feynman would say. And the world can be unfair and deal you with tough cards. Swiftly shake it off. You've apparently been paying too much attention to your books. Swiftly shake it off. Come on, that's pretty clever. I made myself laugh. There's another opportunity out there, or create one. I'll tell you one more story. I used to work from one of our international sites for 1 month each summer. When our kids were in their teens, we spent a summer in Japan. Over a weekend, we visited Kyoto and the Silver Temple. It's renowned for its exquisite moss garden. The moss garden is gigantic. It's about the size of this courtyard. And it has the largest collection of just about apparently every species of moss in the world. And just exquisitely maintained. I noticed the lone gardener squatting, carefully picking at the moss with a bamboo tweezer and putting it in the bamboo basket. I walked up to him And I said, what are you doing? And in his English, he said, I'm picking dead moss. I'm taking care of my garden. And I said, but your garden is so big. And he responded, I have cared for my garden for 25 years. I have plenty of time. Well, that was one of the most profound learnings in my life. Mr. Gardner has dedicated himself to his craft and doing his life's work. And when you do that, you have plenty of time. I begin each morning by doing my highest priority work first. I have a very clear priority list, and I start from the highest priority work first. I've already completed my most important work and can dedicate my day to helping others. And when people apologize for interrupting me, I always say, I have plenty of time. And I do. Take my learnings, and hopefully they'll help you along the way. I hope you believe in something unconventional, something unexplored. But let it be informed and let it be reasoned. Then dedicate yourself to making it happen. I hope you will see setbacks as new opportunities. Your pain and suffering will strengthen your character, your resilience and agility, and they are the ultimate superpowers. Of all of the things that I value most about my abilities, intelligence is not top of that list. My ability to endure pain and suffering, my ability to work on something for a very, very long period of time, my ability to handle setbacks and see the opportunity just around the corner, I consider to be my superpowers. And I hope they're yours. And I hope you find a craft. I hope you find a craft. It's not important to decide on day one. It's not even important to decide anytime soon. But I hope you do find a craft that you want to dedicate your lifetime to perfecting, to hone the skills of, and let it be your life's work. And then lastly, prioritize your life. There's so many things going on. There's so many things to do, but prioritize your life and you will have plenty of time to do the important things. Congratulations, class of 2024. Go get them.